We early this morning, like everybody's sleeping out or sleeping late or something. It's not Christmas as yet. We early this morning. It's not like audio, like outside cold audio. Audio hug up like crab in buckets. Well. Anyways. Or is it StreamYard acting up again? Did I even share this? Hold on, let me check. Good morning, Gabby. Morning, J. Douglas Adams. Jackie, what are you giving me for my Christmas? Morning, Leroy. Morning, Marianne. I'm not seeing all the comments. What's going on this morning? Anyways, we press. All compliments, Beacon Insurance, Western Union, and Nirvana. Thank you so much for making today possible. Hold on. I don't know. It doesn't seem as though we... Morning, Carol. Shout out to our viewers on YouTube. Shout out to our listeners on radio. Only me that do day leg in leg. Well, 2025, you best put that on your Christmas, your resolution, right? Put on the top of your resolution, I want to sleep leg in leg from 2025 and say your prayer. And to see money. I could say, yeah, but I not see nothing. You waited until I'm lying long in Western Union to organize me. Morning, Valerie. Morning, Gabby. Gabby, your lady pay you already? You good now, or you're still watching cross-eye? Lisa, good morning, my love. How you do? Good morning, Linda. Naya. Oh, Naya, good for you to give trouble, you know. Naya, put that on your resolution for 2025. I am going to stay out of trouble. Make that your resolution. Morning, Luke. Good morning, Sonia. Sonia, I ain't listened to your thing yet. I've been so busy this morning. Morning, Thandi. Those of you listening via radio. According to what's Salvana say? I ain't come to buy the place. Just passing. Yeah. So I'm gonna do that because it's a very, very, very busy morning. We have sitting, I guess. Oh yeah. I forget we have sitting this morning. Where is Madam Shantae show up for the work today? I guess Christmas start. Terrence Wells, compliments for the season. Morning, Michelle. Watch her bring out water for the Christmas. You better know. Don't be trying. I want no water bottle. The amount of bottles I have and those tumbler things I have in my house I could afford to sell over. I had enough of those. They come like them Christmas, them little Christmas glasses. Good morning, Jay. Back in the day when I think I spoke about this already. When you had to put out they had us. Things really, really change where Christmas is concerned. I find a lot of all you get mean. Like business community, you get mean and stingy. I remember listening radio back in the day. And every time you put on the radio, there was some giveaway, some company doing this, some company giving away. I find out like how we live in. Coca-Cola. Yeah, calling on you out this morning. You remember back in the day when I remember we had a cabinet full of Coca-Cola glasses. Everyone Coca-Cola, because they had under the cap thingy that when you opened it, you had to peel back the thing under the cover, and you'll see either you win a glass or you win something or you win something. Nobody ain't doing nothing again. Not a zilch. I mean, I know it's bad, but gosh, a little give back for a little make the thing exciting, make people want to drink your products. I remember getting all this, the Coca-Cola, and they had, was it the Fanta? That time it was the glass bottles. The glass bottles. When you popped it and you peeled it back, there was something under it. Either you won or next try again or something of the sort. But like nobody ain't doing nothing. Dandelion, it's my mom's birthday today. I want you to say happy birthday to her. Genevieve Wellington from River Sally. She's greatly loved and appreciated. All right. Happy birthday, Mommy Genevieve. Hope you have a wonderful celebration, and I hope your son will make it extra special for you and the rest of the family. All right. Roxanne, good morning. How are you? Good morning, Nicole. Yeah, we up and running. I know it's busy time. People are hustling, going out and, doing their shopping or just hustling, It's a time of year you see everybody on their brother sidewalks, ram cram, everybody selling something, streets are busy. Although that's not happening right about now in town, not yet. I'm not sure how it looks in Grenville and the other parishes, but all for now, it's like we can go slow in town. Like seriously, I hope by at least tomorrow. I guess by Friday. By now, yeah, I should have all the liquor panqua in hand. Yes, Miss Shante, this Sunday morning you come out the road. Carry on, Papa. Someone says Starmount has a promotion going on. Okay, I'm not sure what the promotion is, but I remember, growing up listening to radio to people like Sherma Wells, etc., and having Christmas programs. And there was a particular one she had that used to have me dying, where you had to call and roll your tongue, and the person who rolled their tongue the longest. Y'all remember that? The person who rolled their tongue the longest won something. So they had a timer, and you had to go and go. It used to sound like Moskite. People used to sound like if they shot a breath. Y'all remember those days when you had to call and roll your tongue and they time you? The person who did the longest, you won. And you'd be like, you're going up the road, you're coming back down the road. Times have really, really, really changed. And I always say I'm so grateful that I'm getting the best of both worlds. What they say, Gen Z and Gen X, I've lived both of them. And I'm so happy to have experienced that. So them people, young people these days, y'all are missing out. Y'all are really, really missing out on a lot of stuff. Gabby says she remember that. Yeah, it was to be so much fun. And another thing, they remember the DK's petroleum jelly. I could never forget that commercial where you had to call and recite the commercial word for word. DK's petroleum, a bomb, they had something about a bumblebee sting me in my eye. My memory is good. My memory is actually good. Y'all remember that? When you had to call and like do what you should say, Cora speaking, and they're talking about a bumblebee bite me in my eye and all them shippiness. Those were the days when you really, really look forward to Christmas. And I'm so happy, like I said, I get to enjoy, the best of both worlds, because the version of Christmas we're celebrating now is nothing compared to what we celebrated then. Then Christmas was a big deal. It was fun times, right? So now it's kind of watered down because everything is accessible. Grapes and apples wasn't accessible around them times. You only waited for Christmas to eat grapes and see apples. Now apples lap and cut right through the year. You didn't get to eat as much as you wanted to. You didn't get to drink a whole soft drink like we say back in the day, like you do now. So it's sort of watered down because it has lost its meaning. We looked forward to Christmas. For some, it's like just another day, people just going about their business. The anticipation, the excitement, the preparation, weeks now, right about now, this week, with next week being Christmas, house strip. Who have to paint, who have to scrape chair, who have to vanish floor, who have to go up in the roof and clean and wipe, who have to clean windows and wipe down with newspaper and shine them, because when your mother come to inspect, you want to see she face in the glass. Plus you have to take out the 101 glasses they have in that cabinet, lock up whole year that they don't use, but it's just there as ornaments. You have to take out each and every one, and your mother knows each and every one, so even if you break one, she's gonna know one missing. Because when you put them back in the cabinet, you have to line them up in a particular way so she knows if one outer sink that, hey, a glass missing, you break a glass, what's going on here? What did they do those things for? Up to this day, I really need to ask my mother the question. What was the reason behind that? Like a whole cabinet full of wares, glass that you collect, Coke, this, that, all kind of glass. Little saucer and cup. We never drink tea, no cup, teacup and saucer. But one amount of teacup and saucer in cabinet for decoration, decorative purposes. And we ain't using it. Nobody used it. It's crazy how we've changed over the years, but I mean, you still have to look back and be like, you know what, it worked for them. It's something that they enjoy doing. Another thing that I remember vividly, because back then you didn't get a text, you didn't get a call, you had to wait by the radio so you could call and send a little greetings to your family and them up the road, your family in the US, and they call and they, connection bad, but they calling to wish, and it was a big deal. People actually looked forward to calling and sending their greetings with Harold Paisari and, Elimas.
Aruna,
Yes, Elimas.
I like that topic. And don't forget to mention, after you do all the housework, You cannot
You
sit down in
cannot
the
sit down
living
in the
room.
living room. You have to sit down on the floor. And Miss Sybil and whoever come
Yes.
out from where, sit down on the people chair, foot leg
Yes.
crossed with slice of cake in glass and drink sorrel and homemade wine. And
Yes.
there's a one that was a whiskey, a particular whiskey they used to have.
Mm-hmm.
You had
Mm-hmm.
them getting to
All them
enjoy
work.
that, and you had to sit down on the floor.
All them work.
After
And
you
you
do
cannot sit down
all
in
the
the
work
living
after
room.
they slave you, and you can't touch the
Yes.
doily, you can't throw down the people
Yes.
doily in the back of the chair.
Yes.
Listen, we go through
Yes.
something already in life, you know.
Because I just always say, years ago had more principle than today.
Yep,
And
yep,
nobody can argue that fact.
true.
When we was growing up, had more principle. But you had a set of nonsense too. You
Thunderbolt.
had real nonsense. Yeah, you had some nonsense. And that is one of them. Yes. You doing all that work and you cannot sit down in the
You
living room.
cannot sit down in the living
Brand new
room.
carpet.
Listen,
Yes,
the
all that work.
brand
Yes,
new
sir.
cushion
What a
and
nonsense.
thing, place well vanished after you slave and scrape chairs and vanish chairs. You're tired early in the morning, they're waking you up, late in the night you're up, and then you can't sit down in the people living room for nothing.
A classic before I go. I grew up in the bushery, bathing in the river. And the river was like the park to me. Because that is what me and my brothers and them neighbors know. And once the neighbor tell my mother, because both of them was Baptist, tell my mother, or told my mother, sorry, that she had a dream that we don't see the mermaid face. I never in my life see a mermaid. But she got the mermaid living under the big sun and we don't see the mermaid face. And for months, we cannot go back to the river that we love. We cannot go back and bathe because the mermaid vex. And they go having praise and the calabash sinking and the mermaid vex. And for months, we can go back. Years ago, had principle, but plenty nonsense. Remember they tell you cannot find the grave too, you have to bite your fingers? If you find the grave, you thing go and lap up coming back and
Like, I'm gonna show this, yo. They're really young ghosts, you know.
That topic we should hold because years ago had principle.
You had principle, you're right, and we had respect.
Where you tell the neighbors good morning,
You had
and
respect.
if you tell the neighbors good morning, they go put that. He had principle more than today.
True.
But plenty nonsense.
Jackie said she used to sit down by you and drink real sorrel.
Yeah, man, Jackie, yes, that Jackie. That is why I don't want her in my family. You see, I see Jackie as family. That is why I don't want Jackie for my son. She think I don't hate Jackie. You know? I don't want Jackie for my son because I see her as family.
You get an excuse to walk with. Have a great day.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Annika, so you make a comment here. That is another one that on my chest all these years, and I need to have a conversation with my mother about it. Why curtains couldn't change like the day before? Like Christmas is Wednesday, right? So why Sunday or Monday we can't put up the curtain? What is this ritual that curtains must start going up at 12 midnight? Christmas Eve, 12 midnight into Christmas Day. Have children up all hours of the night, putting up curtain and forcing cushion inside them covers. And you know them cushion, and my mom was a seamstress, so she made her own cushions. So every year we had new cushion covers. And you had little hand there forcing this cushion down inside this tight cushion cover. And you're straining and you dare not leave it alone. When you finish, you zip it up, you put it down. And you have to put the little doily thing on it. She actually bunch artificial flowers. All about the house is plastic flowers. And another thing they had, I was saying it before Specky called. Y'all remember when we had, back then cards was a big thing. Christmas cards was a big deal. It was almost as big as getting a barrel. People like they were happy because once you get a the card, there must be an in God we trust inside of it. Even if it's a 20 in God we trust, 100 was a lot of money to you them time. So you look forward to your little auntie and who's sending back a in God we trust inside a Christmas card. And you would think you would throw the Christmas card away. No. They had a string they used to put on what we call partition. You know that board that separated your bedroom, blah, blah, blah? They had a piece of string, this tie string on the partition, and they put the Christmas card. So Christmas card on top of Christmas card every year. So you dare not throw them, even though they're losing. And remember the plastic on it, the little plastic shiny thing. Over the years, it start to fade. You dare not throw the people Christmas cards away. It's like they enjoyed collecting it and putting it on that string. So one partition full of Christmas card, just to say, Christmas we get a card. I feeling. I think I need to get a lawyer or something and file for some sort of, because I'm still traumatized. That is why I no longer do this wicked. Nope. If Christmas is Wednesday, my Sunday, my house put away already. Because I'm traumatized. I think I need to file a suit against my parents. Because, and no way that is normal. There's no way. Someone, when is your birthday? Sunday? Well, happy birthday in advance. According to what Whitney Houston say, we have nothing to give. My grandmother used to play she read in the front of the card and not want to open it. She used to well know it have money inside. Yes! Listen, grandparents like a money. They used to know they're getting a Christmas money. So they're playing there reading the card and waiting for your back to turn so they could sneak out the money inside of it and shove it in the bosom or shove it somewhere where you can't see. Listen, grandparents like money, according to Specky. They love a money. Listen, but it was just what made Christmas really, really, really special. And I think, like now, everything is just like, nah, whatever. It's like, you're so accustomed to it. Like, you really have to be a lover of Christmas to be in the spirit and enjoy it, because all the drinking right through the year is not like Christmas when you used to wait. When they used to have one, I saw somebody posted it, night train, and what was the other one? Pele Dabo. Morning, Pele. He says it's traditional. The black and white Scotch whiskey with the black and red poppy on the bottle. That is it. That is what I was talking about. When they pull out that black and white Scotch whiskey and they pull out, they still make nitrin. They used to have nitrin and another one, and Stone's ginger wine. You can't have Christmas and you don't have Stones. You must have a bottle of Stone's ginger wine in your place for Christmas time. Stones was like a part of Christmas. People, they still drink Stone's wine. People still making Stone's wine. I haven't seen Stone's wine in a while. Stone's wine, the Scotch whiskey. Well, you had the red label was for the black cake, but they still used to give you that to drink. They still used to make the ginger beer. You're still getting your sorrel, and you put your case of bottle by the road, so your Coke truck pass and you get your mix half Coke and half Fanta with the red one, the white one, the orange one. And what was the other one they had? So it's half because you can't afford to buy more than one case. So it's half a case of Coke and half a case of what is a sweet drink. All banana, the next one champagne, the orange Fanta. That's how you got a case of. But now it's like you feel for you run them. You didn't have that then. Them thing was like luxury, like serious luxury back in the day. But now it's like anything goes. Someone said that my grandmother. It was point anything. It was just different. It was just different, and it shows that times. Hey Roseanne, good morning. Because it's for the birth, it's for Christmas only. You have to wake up Christmas morning and see the place transform. I mean, you got such a good feeling, and it was one of the best feelings. It's like, even though you're staying in a little 4x4 house, the pride they took in putting that 4x4 away, it's like you were living in a mansion. The curtains. Let's talk about them strip thing on there. What was the purpose of this strip? This plastic strip. No matter what curtain you put up, you must have a piece of plastic strip in front of your kitchen door. Red or yellow, green. When you're passing, tying you up, two persons can pass at the same time because you have to untangle yourself. And then they graduate to the board one, the little beady one. But that plastic strip used to tie me up. Bad. My favorite part of it was going to get the linoleum for the kitchen floor. When you had to go choose, they had all different style, all different pattern, and you're going to buy your 3 yards and your 4 yards, and they put that down. And it's like the house had a Christmas smell because everything was new. From the cushion to the varnish on the floor, the varnish chairs, the linoleum on the floor. You just had a smell. But I was, you see that cushion. Someone said they need to join me in this soon because they went through the same thing. They need to bring up a case. Stone ginger wine still around in the UK? Okay. Oh, so Stone ginger wine still in existence. What is it? They need to join me. We all should come together and file one class suit We need to. Back then, you used to smell Christmas, and then the plastic on the table. You remember the when you buy the plastic cover, and you had either you put piece of lace thing, and then they had the plastic that they put over it, the plastic cover on the table, so the whole house smell of plastic. Paying salt, sawdust, and linoleum. That is Christmas. The plastic tablecloth. Them plastic tablecloth. They used to bad for the plastic tablecloth. Listen, we really went through some stuff, But since wine senses, of course. That's how I figure that's how a lot of all you turn out alcoholic in all your older age, because from since all you're small, all you're drinking. Them homemade wine was more potent than the actual wines that you bought in bottle. When you hear they put a golden apple to soak, to set for Christmas, a golden apple wine. There was golden apple, there was cherry. What other fruits they used to make to put in wine? And them ugly dolly, and then by the time listen up, polish. Listen. I'm sitting here and I'm just, everything is just hitting me at once, It's really, I mean, I'm torn about it. And like I said, I'm happy that I got to experience the best of both, tradition and what we have now. And I remember my mother walking around the house with a key and a piece of string around her neck. And that string around her neck was for the fridge that she made a welder. What's the man name? Used to stay on Medicine Cemetery. Mr. Seeley. Mr. Seeley used to fix fridge back in the day. The baddest thing when it comes to fixing fridge. I don't know how much probably remember Mr. Seeley down by Granborough Cemetery. And the lady made Seeley put on a padlock on she fridge. And she walked around with a key around her neck. Hog plum wine was the bad one. Hog plum was... Hog plum wine, when you get a hot plum, from the time you smell it, you're drunk. The lady had a key around her neck, and she had Mr. Seeley make, what you call that thing? Where you put the lock into. Anyways, set up a whole thing and she lock it. Because in the fridge, she ham, and she case of coke under the bed. So every time she put out two, she put it in the fridge. And she salt ham and thing in the fridge, and she didn't want us the mother she ham before it done. So she padlocked down the fridge. And every time you want something to eat, you had to go and make sure you had, because, children, as soon as your mother back turned, you in the fridge lashing that salt ham. It wasn't something to play with. They used to lock the fridge. The lady had a key around her neck. She slept with that key. She wake up with it. She going in the bathroom, the key going in the bathroom with her. Never out of sight. Lock it down. Up to this blessed day, my aunt have lock on the fridge. No, then people took Christmas serious. Because you would think you're living in a house, and after doing all that work, yes, you get to enjoy, the food and what have you. All you used to hear, all you want to eat at everything, other than living nothing for when them neighbor pass. Them neighbor, them hunting in their place. Like, after you slaved me for a whole week, I can't even enjoy the fruits of my labor. Don't talk for when you make up your own bed. So you make up your nice, with a nice curtain, nice sheet on your bed. And Christmas morning after you finish all that work and you want to go down and get a good or comfortable night rest. They're telling you can't sleep on the bed, you have to sleep on the floor because you don't want the bed mess up. Who, baby Jesus was planning to come in your house, lady? Like, why I had to sleep on the floor to accommodate not messing up the bed, the same bed that I made up. And when I get up in the morning, well, it was already morning, but so when I take 2 hours and I wake up again, why I can't make back up your bed? All in the cupboard she have lock. No. So why drinks had to stay under the bed? Whole year they dusting out drinks and bring out for people. Whole year drinks coming out. Not one case of coke stretching until Easter. So every time she going for it one, and putting it back under the bed. It could not stay any place else in the house. It's just one. So what is it? I need to write my biography. I have a very interesting story. I'm telling you, I don't only have a story. I have a lawsuit pending. I need to file a suit against my mother. Someone said just bought 5 bottles of Stone ginger wine, $10 a bottle. Morning, Mantha. Morning, morning. Oh, so Stone's wine still in action, Papa. 10, that's 10 US, right? 10 US a bottle. That's not bad. And people used to get a good head from Stone's wine, you know. Don't watch Stone's ginger wine, so you know. Stone's ginger wine had a kick to it that them men and them enjoyed. They enjoyed that and the Thunderbird. No bush in the yard, the mud shining for you. Turns all on the house. All on the house they had you go and pack up whatever on the house. And they had to sweep out on the house. And I know when the house is dust, they used to have them little beasts that you only see in little holes, but you can't see them. Some little thing that used to call it, what we used to call him, turtle. We used some name we had for it. I wonder if you guys know what I'm talking about. Like under the house, in the dust. You used to see like a wrong little hole, but you can't see, you just see in the soil moving. But they had some two little thing that used to be, you have to go all under the house and sweep them out. Tuck. This turtle we used to call them. Them little thing used to look like turtle. You had to go fill in the house and make sure you cover up them hole and sweep them. Yo, I need to seriously file a lawsuit against my mother. You them tuck on them little, all you saw on that house was some little rings like this, some little rings, and then you saw a little sink in the middle. And that's where they lived. They loved the dirt. Shining leaves of the money plant. I did that. Look at talking. I used to be under the house playing with that thing. Listen, if we ain't get sick then, we ain't getting sick now. Please, Lord. We ain't getting sick now. Good morning, Aruna. Compliments for the season. Black and white Scotch whiskey. Good morning, Mr. Mean I'm not sleeping well. Nads, good morning. I'm not. Makafushe means I'm not sleeping well. Oh, okay. Makafushe. Oh, I'm not laying down. Okay, I was wondering what that meant. Thanks. I played a song earlier and I was asking Rembongsheng sang a song about Makafushe, so I was asking what Makafushe means. So that's what it is. All right. Well, I learned something today. Yeah. So I think we need to come together and file a lawsuit against. That was abuse. When somebody killing pig a cow in the village, you're waking up since 4 a.m. to go and collect your mother 4 pound of pork that she put aside. The pig ain't killed yet, eh? But they used to send you early o'clock and tell Mr. So-and-so you come and collect. I don't know what transaction passed. Then they used to send you with money. All you had to do was you was the pick upper. You had to go and collect your 4 pound of pork, 4 pound of beef, and everything was a 4 pound. 4 pound of goat, 4 pound of beef, and them you had fall that they're feeding for the whole 6 months to fatten them up. Somebody say I put them in a depressed mode right now thinking about it. Somebody say I just make them depressed all over again. Everybody want by the ribs and you want a nice, and when they send you, tell him, remember to tell him you want a nice piece to bake. And you don't want no sort of fat. And just so the mommy say, oh, she want a nice piece of pork to bake and she don't want no fat and no bone. Yeah, that's when pork and beef was $5 a pound. So that's what I'm telling you. You ask for 4 pounds, should I $20 for the 4 pound? No. We're getting beef for $5 and $4 a pound again. Then back then beef was $5 a pound. My biggest gripe was having to start vanishing the floor at 2 a.m., finish by 3 a.m. and can't walk in the house for hours. And you didn't used to put a piece of board across. They used to put a long piece of board across so you could walk on it, but you cannot walk on the floor. They had a long piece of board that they used to save for the whole year so you could walk across the room to go in your room. After you finish vanish and whole night you did sinus kicking, pin, whole night you juking your ears and you're scratching your throat. First the vanish smells strong. Them people them papa. These people was a special breed. That's what you call a special love for Christmas. Jesus was to pardon them whatever sin they had, the way they celebrated his birthday and the way they loved him, the way they prepared for him. He deserved to give them a pass for that. My worst experience ever at Christmas, and what I absolutely hated, was having to scrape them Morris chair. You know them big, heavy Morris chair, mahogany wood, that you have to put outside in the yard and pray rain and fall because you have to bring it back inside. And they give you a piece of bottle to scrape. Then you have to sand it down with the rough sandpaper, and then you have to smooth it with the smooth sandpaper, and then varnish and put a clear varnish on top of it. That was torture. I don't care what nobody says, that was torture. Then you have to clean yard, make sure grass cut, everything you have to clean all up in the roof, they said in you, with thing to break cobweb, and cloth to wipe down. Yo. Terrence says on here, I don't know if to laugh or cry, remember in those days. Listen, we could laugh now because we couldn't laugh then. And they come back with the wrong cut of meat, quarreling you as if it's you that butcher the meat. But after you say, Mommy, I tell him what you say you want, and Mr. Butcherman grumbling, everybody can get meat. Everybody come and they want meat. Somebody had to get bone. Not he that make the pig, not he that make the cow. Everybody can get meat. You have to take some bone with it. That's what he used to say. I clearly remember the butcher man saying that. You can't get meat alone. Everybody just can't get meat alone. What happened to the rest of the pig? And what happened to the rest of the goats? And what happened to the cow? You can't just get pig. You can't just get everybody want meat and no bone and no fat. You know, and walk like that. My mom still managing her chair. Fix flex broom to sweep her cobweb money. I had to go and get the flex and strip them and then tie them up to go to break. And the ornaments, them two. Before I go, I remember the year that I broke one of my mother duck. And you would swear I hit the lady, or me and the lady fight the way she quarrel about them duck. Not the duck, the cock. Remember and every ornament came in pairs. They never had one of nothing. 2 cocks, 2 hens, 2 peacock looking thing, two duck, 2 of everything. And in the cabinet where they have all them glass, on top of the cabinet, 2 cock line up, 2 hen line up, 2 this line up. What was on them thing on them for? This is a ceramic that just they gather in dust and you have to clean. And all them plastic flowers that gather in dust everywhere. When you just pass your hand on it after dust, you have to sit down and wash and soak and put to dry. What was the point of these ornaments? And to them, that was a big deal. That was a big deal. It's like something that was so expensive. Them little cock and them 2 little hen wasn't no such a big money. You break the lady, one of the lady vex as if you hit her for the brick. First you break 2 of them and hide it. No, but you can't break a glass. You can't break because they know, all of them. They knew how much they had. They know how much glasses they have in the cabinet. They know how much glass. They know how much ornament they have. You couldn't break them. The plastic flowers all over the place. All every year they add in some more to it. One big bouquet of plastic flowers on center table. People don't understand when they say this struggle was real. People think we just come out and just here now and we live in. No. It was a struggle to get here. Clarina morning. Yeah, I spoke about the strips of the kitchen. Them plastic strips on them, and then they graduate to the board ones. And you could bring it in the come on. Everything. Morning, Alana. Every single day, I sit and I look back and I think back. Every time around this time of the year, I'm sitting back and I'm like, nah, that could never be normal. That could never be normal. There must be some suit we can file against our parents for abuse, for child abuse. All this sort of manual labor. Strips in doorway, linoleum on floor. Not thinking about it, we need to sue them. That was advantage. Jogging coconut shell for them to bake. And then on top of that, when time for baking, they have to bake how much bread, because like I said, you don't eat sharp bread with ham. So bread, ham boiling, bread baking, cake batter mix, and there was nothing like mixer. We didn't have no mixer. Our hands was the mixer. So we had to literally take turns because you can't sit on it. You have to keep on beating because you want the thing to be smooth, not even a sugar showing in it. So you have to keep on beating, taking turns beating and making sure that the lady batter come out how intended to come out. We go through a lot. And all you used to do was to wait for the when they finish make the cake, who could get the bowl first. So we used to time it. You had to time it. It was a strategic thing. You had to time it. Like when you know it coming close to the ending, that is when you want to beat now. Because you know once they catch you with the bowl in your hand, the bowl is yours. When we got out of licking that uncooked cake batter, we have to sue the manufacturer for these nonsense items. But I mean, it was worth it after. The smell, after you do all the work, they're still giving you time to go Grenville and Tongue to come back home. Yep. You had to be back home by 6, 8 latest because you had to put away the lady house by 12 midnight. So you can't let outside take you before 12. Nah. You can't do that. You can't do that. My hand used to be, I'm telling you, my entire body hurt. Entire body hurt after, having to do all of them hard work. What do you want now? There's one. Good morning. Morning. A newspaper to clean the louvers. I tell them when people don't talking about struggles and hard work, they know nothing about no struggles and hard work. Marriage only make you it all yourself. Nothing about hard work. You see, newspapers to clean the louvers. Yep. After you're done shine, you have to sit down and shine each and every one. Not a streak to be seen on the lady louvers. And boy, you have to gather milk tin, get in your hand, cut in your hand to make cake pan. You have to bend the inside of it and all kind of. We went through it. You have to reach back home in time for midnight mass. We went through it. That's all I can say. Pictures say all that work for Christmas and you still have to sit on the ground Christmas Day to eat. Struggle was real. Perhaps. Morning Sunshine says I broke a bowl and my aunt took 10 US for my Christmas money. When I told my mother, she said she paid 99 cents for the bowl in the States. Christmas is my favorite time of the year, but prefer a US or European Christmas. I'm still traumatized so much. I'm telling you, I'm traumatized. I'm still traumatized because you grew up thinking that's the way it's supposed to be when it wasn't. That was their way. That was tradition to them. And that went down from generation to generation, so they just continued with it. So that's what I decided to break that generational curse by staying up all these late hours Christmas Eve to put away house. 2 days before Christmas or 3 before, house put away and I'm done and dusted. That's all. And he says I used to have to sweep the yard until the mud looked like it was polished because every single little weed between the stones, even in the roots. When I finish work all day about 7 p.m., I get in 20 US to run down and go off to buy a dog muscle sandals, the red, green, and yellow. I've been in football for 1995, and that was my Christmas. I can't complain. Well, I used to go buy rings for $20 and buy a whole roti, find a little corner for myself, buy a roti and a soft drink. That was my Christmas. Because I was not into the dolls. I was a tomboy back in the day. So roti was like a luxury. When you hear somebody say they eat a roti, used to be my boy. So that used to be my Christmas treat. When they give you $20, go and buy a Rin's roti, $5. You get a soft drink, $1.50. And the change, what I used to go and buy? I used to go and buy Bo. You remember them little gun and them? I used to have them little gun and I used to buy the red thing. What do you call the red thing you put inside the gun? And when you pull the trigger, you're making one lot and it smell like sulfur. What was the name of that red thing? That was my Christmas. I didn't want no dolls. I used to go and buy the little gun thingy and buy the bullets and them, the red thing caps, and buy it and put it inside it. A whole Christmas, all you hear is bo and sparks going off in your ear. That's all I used to do. Them time it was like $5 for. So I had change. So you see how much money could stretch back in the day? $20. Do the math. A roti, a whole roti, a soft drink, a gun, and they still getting the caps for it. It used to make, so I say so much different name. Caps, I'm saying caps, sparks, pellets, whatever the name, the red roll thing that you put in it, and when you pull the trigger and it went off, it had like a sulfur smell. That's the one that I had. So that's how I used to spend my money. Not on no dollar, no nothing. Food and my thing for my gun. Caps, whatever the name. But I don't think they do that anymore. I've not seen that in ages. So them children, when you're talking now, if somebody young right now listening to me in their 20s, they're probably asking me, what's she talking about? What are them is? And you still buy 2 Starlight, so you could light Christmas morning and let go later on in the evening. So it was a lot. So if I buy a Starlight, I'm feeling good. No, toys for sparks gone, water gone, motor gone, and plastic snakes. That's it. And to us, that was a big deal. We were happy. We were contented with that. We didn't know nothing about no iPhones, Samsung, no S24. We didn't know nothing about iPhone 16. That was like, what are you talking about? Imagine sparks gone, water gone, motor gone, and plastic snakes. That is what made us happy as can be. We enjoyed it, and of course, getting to eat all that food. That's all there is to it. So we didn't need much then. But now it's like you have to break the bank in order to celebrate Christmas. And it's sad that we got to this space, but I'm happy that I got to enjoy what I enjoyed. Yeah, it was special. So military personnel in training. Clearing them gun is the mommy, that was when you play Bobo. Remember, we didn't have no TV, smartphone and no tablet them time. Outside was the place to be. So much so when your mother tell you can't come inside and you're not going outside, that was punishment for you. So you needed your little po for when you're playing police and thief in the nighttime. We're playing robber and thief and police in the nighttime, especially when moonlight bright. You needed them thinking them to play your games. But boy, I loved it. Anyways, guys, I have to go. That's enough reminiscing for today. I'm happy that you guys were able to chime in and add your 2 cents to it. So when you could buy roti, you wasn't thinking. Of course you wasn't thinking when you could buy roti. Had a year, wait for Miriam bus so long. By the time I reach in town to buy my remote control car and take the next bus to reach back up before the time given reach. And so the beaded curtain was security alarm for the food in the kitchen. So when they hear it make the little noise, they head up peeping to see what you're doing in the kitchen. Morning, Power Farm and Aruna. We had to clean all the louvers in the windows and clean all the windows and rub out all the streaks with newspaper to get them shining. Yeah, boy, we've been through it, and here we are, we survived. Those are the good old days. I totally enjoyed this morning. I'm not going to lie. Guys, thank you so much for checking in for today. I'm so happy to accommodate you as always. And I'll see you guys for another one. All right. Thank you so much for powering up. Thank you so much, Western Union, Beacon Insurance, and Nirvana for making today possible. I almost forget time and I've gone and bong away with all you know. Anyways, have a great Wednesday, guys. See you all again.